What's up, everybody? It's Bob Hollywood here with another episode of Bob's Hollyworld. Today I'm bringing you the fourth episode of Civvies, Soldiers, Spacemen, and Superheroes. The figures you see in front of you are the figures that are not in the top three. And altogether we have, I don't know, I didn't do the math. Let's just count them: 7, 14, 21, 23... 25 figures this week. Well, 26, but yeah, so right off the bat, you see soldiers. You get these two army men. These are actually army men, like from the U.S. Army. I bought these with a tower and a Jeep. I bought them for the tower and the Jeep. These guys are just going to be cannon fodder. They're both number one. Really, everything in the front row can be number one. So, but these are from the same source, so I'll put them together. There's number one. Number two are these four guys. I don't know what these are from. These might be World Peacekeepers. I'm not sure. I got them in like a random lot that was mostly kids' toys. I bought it specifically for these guys. There were 5 of them. I'll show you the fifth one. I used this head for a cannon for a custom on a core figure. Other than that, he'd be with them up here in this video. And they're basic, all 5 POA. Excuse me. Just like the previous U.S. Army soldier, they're a little bit more rubbery. And you can clearly see that they're just, these two are the same, just different skin color, exact same mold, which isn't a problem. They didn't come with any weapons, but I got plenty of 118 weapons, so it's not a big deal. Here you get Dozer from the core. This is actually the version that came with King Kong from the Skull Island. So I bought the King Kong and I bought this guy. And most of the figures that you see are from the same place. So he's one of them. It's maybe a handful, and I'll point them out that aren't from that local vendor or seller. So he's cool. I bought the King Kong and this guy for 15 bucks. There was a seller that was trying to just sell me the King Kong for 10 bucks. So I spent a little bit more. This figure alone isn't worth 5 bucks, especially since you can get core members 3 in a pack for 5 bucks. But I wanted that King Kong, and the other seller was jerking me around, so I went here and bought him that way. This guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where this guy is from. I'm assuming these two are from the same thing. This is the same head sculpt, and yeah, they got the same color scheme. This guy came with like little flipper accessories, whereas this one's are molded to his feet. So they're pretty cool. This guy's basic. He looks like he's barely even been painted. But this one, he has little ankle hinges, which is cool. Other than that, he's just, I makes him a 7 POA figure. If he didn't have that, he'd just be a 5 POA. He's cool. And both of these guys' heads can come off. Their arms can come off if I wanted to use their heads for something else. But I doubt that I will. I don't know what I'll use them for. They're civvies. You get this guy from Big Hero 6. I'm going to be honest, I should have looked it up beforehand. I do not know his name. I've never seen the film. I've seen parts of it in like the doctor's office when I was with my kids when we were waiting for the doctor, but I don't know anything about Big Hero 6. I just know there's a big white superhero in it. This is not one focus. There you go. Now this guy is versatile though. Like, he's a kid. So if I was like, if I wanted to make him just be a civvy and he's just dressed up, I could. Or if I wanted to make him, he is a superhero, I could make him a superhero. Or he looks pretty teched out. He could be a spaceman if I so choose. If I so chose, but I doubt I will. We'll see. And then we have this guy. Also don't know where he's from. He's like a safari dude. I like him. I just like him. He's cool. Same thing with the other guys. I could take his head off if I wanted, but I don't think I will. Got a Cobra Eel. I found this in a thrift store for like $1. His mask is broken, but that's cool. I just got him because he was G.I. Joe. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have bought him. I mean, he's in scale, but I probably wouldn't have bought him. And then we got Zod from Man of Steel. This guy is pretty cool. I wish his knees bent, but they don't. His head rotates. If I can get his head off, that might be able to do some things with it. But the DC figures are hard to get their heads off. But this guy's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I like him. He's not low. He's in the top of the pack. Well, he's low considering the other ones are all marked, lumped together. Here's Thing. He should have been lower than Zod, now that I think about it. But the reason why I don't like him is because it's like his legs. One's longer than the other. He barely wants to stand. He just did it there, but it's because he wanted to embarrass me. Pretty cool. I bought him with most of the things with the same lot that I bought that King Kong. So altogether I spent $30 for a bunch of figures and some accessories. Bane's another one I bought from that guy with the King Kong. 5 POA, but I do like him. He's a little smaller than I would like my Bane to be, but hey, I'm not complaining. He's got really long gorilla arms, but I'm going to get some use out of this guy. Tomar Ray. This is my third Green Lantern in this scale. And only thing different about him and the other two is his arms don't really go out, and that's it. He has 5 POA, whereas they had 7 because their arms went out. I could probably force it, but I don't want to break it. And nothing wants to stay focused today. The hell? I don't know. And this camera just wants to be weird. I think this is cool. He's pretty cool. We got Batwoman. I want to say Cassandra Cain. This was cool. I saw her and I was like, let me get her. Let me get her. Her points of articulation kind of suck. And the cape limits what she does already have. But she has waist swivel. I want the 6-inch version of this. I'm not a big 6-inch collector, but I do want the new DC Multiverse blue box version of her and the female Green Lantern. So she's cool. She could come in handy. And we have Hard Drive G.I. Joe. I bought him at a flea market along with the Thor and the wrestler you see back there, and I think 2 other figures or 1 other figure. One of them may have already been shown. I can't remember. He's cool. He's pretty tiny for Joe. He's pretty tiny in general, but I could have him be a Joe, which is a soldier, or I could, just have him be a civvy. I mean, he does have like a gun in his holster, so he could be like a security agent or something. But he's broken. He's broken, but he doesn't. It's not affecting him, so I'm not complaining. Next, we got Doomsday, and this Doomsday is pretty cool. He's smaller than I would like a Doomsday to be, but he may come in handy. If not, I might get like a 5-inch Doomsday if I can find one and throw him in with these guys. So he's bigger. But again, DC makes their figures smaller, as you'll see in a second when I pull up that Superman. But this guy's cool. He's ranked pretty high. He's higher than Thing because he stands. The kid who owned him clearly got some use out of him. Got this from the same lot that I got the King Kong from, so he's cool. Here we have a Thor. I don't know exactly which Thor this is. I know it's obviously a movie Thor. It's got a more lifelike depiction. He's small. This was my second Thor that I bought. Or my third. I can't remember. But either way, I have three Thors, and this is the third one I bought, but he came before the second one because the other one was in the mail. He's tiny, and if you ask me, he kind of looks like Kevin Nash. It's Kevin Nash's Thor if he was small. And we got Sue Storm. She's completely invisible. You probably didn't see her back there. That's a joke. But again, she got a little wear. Her hair's scuffed up, but she's cool. She's invisible. One day I will get a Sue Storm you can see. And then you got Superman. This is from the same line as... I don't think I reviewed him. This is from the same line as Batman and Black Lightning that I did a few weeks ago. So he's relatively short. I have a Captain America, but he's shorter than Captain America, which sucks. Superman's supposed to be larger than life, but you don't need size when you can just beat people up. And we got Deuce from WWE. I didn't know they made WWE figures in this scale. There were 2 on eBay after I looked them up, and they were Undertaker and Rey Mysterio. I didn't want them. I like that this guy looks like just a civilian. He's wearing a shirt and black pants. When I first saw this at the flea market, I thought this was Andrew Dice Clay, and the guy who sold it to me, who didn't know anything about action figures but sold action figures every weekend for a living, he thought the same thing. But this guy is pretty cool. So we're about to get into the top 3. So this guy is just outside of the top 3. Pretty good articulation. And I have his elbow pads, but they're accessories, and I always take the accessories off. Let's get into that. So in third place for my top 3 is going to be Indiana Jones. He didn't come with any accessories, so no hat, no whip. Got this from the flea market, the same place I bought that Thor, and the same place I bought the wrestler Deuce from WWE. I almost bought one of these on eBay. It more likely would have been a knockoff. It was from Hong Kong, but I didn't, even though it would have been $5 and it would have came with its accessories. But I got this from the flea market. I think I spent $10 for 4 or 5 figures, so I'm not really complaining. He doesn't look exactly like Harrison Ford, but you can tell it's him. And yeah, I like this guy. He's going to come in handy. He's a civvy, obviously. He's going to come in handy. So you'll see. I'm telling you, I'm working on some stop motion projects. Trust me, they're going to be awesome. Number 2 in the top 3, and this is actually a step down in articulation, but we have President Lex Luthor. This came in the same 3-pack as that Superman. There was also a, I want to say Major Glory. I could be saying that wrong. Major Force. Major Glory is a Dexter character. Major Force, but that Major Force was broken right here, so I didn't pick him up. I might go back and get him because it could be glued, because the guy had some other stuff I wanted to get. I just didn't get it at the time. So this is cool. I met this dude specifically for this figure. I was like, I want Lex Luthor as president in my world. And he's wearing a suit. He could be a good guy if you want him to be. He could be a bad guy. I mean, in the story, he turns out to be bad, and he doesn't last very long. But, you know, this is a fantasy world. You can do whatever you want with your toys. You can make him stronger than Superman. You can make him, unable to be harmed if you wanted. It's up to your imagination. To me, he's gonna be president. He's gonna be a good president. So that's why he's number 2, because I really wanted him. And yeah, it's as simple as that. I'm going to see if I can get his head off. Like I said, the DC figures' heads are so hard to get off. And then number 1, finally, is the first ever G.I. Joe I've owned ever. Maybe as a kid I had some. They don't stand out in my mind. But this guy, I found him also at a flea market a few weeks ago. I got him before these guys. It's just that he was like the only 3 3/4 figure I had bought when I got him. So I couldn't do a video on him. Couldn't do a CSSS on him. But now he's here, number 1. This is a trooper, so he doesn't even have a name. He came in a 5-pack with 3 other troopers and a Firefly. So he's lonely, no access. No, he did have his vest. His vest was still attached to him, but it's an accessory, so it's away in the bin. But yeah, this guy is awesome. I like this dude. He is one of my favorites. And at the time of this recording, I have more Joes, but before I just wanted more of him. Like, there was a listing on eBay that had like 15 of these guys or 12 of these guys, the ones that came in the packs. So it's 3 each, and the person wants like $180 or whatever. And I don't have that kind of scratch, but I would love to have these with their accessories and their bases. This dude's really cool. He's got a lot of articulation. And if you're familiar with Joe, you probably already knew that, but I had no clue that they were making anything this advanced. If you ask me, and this is from Hasbro, this is better than a lot of their Marvel Universe, Infinite, Legends in this scale. I don't like that his wrist articulation is there at his forearm, which I said a few weeks ago about Black Lightning, but it is what it is. This dude is legit. His head comes off easily. I've yet to find a replacement that I could use him for, but this dude's awesome. He's a soldier. He's going to be a soldier. He's a United States soldier. Good guy, no questions asked. So that's it. That's it. Thanks for watching the video. I tried to keep it shorter than these normally are. I'm trying to work on a few things, and hopefully I succeeded. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and check back again soon. There will be another episode of CSSS, Civvies, Soldiers, Spacemen, and Superheroes. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.